Welcome to the update video for the Dynamic Radial Menu System. Now, there's a couple changes, but before I get to that, because this video is also, the main purpose of this video is to show not only the changes, but how to easily set something up for a project. So let's jump in here. First, I'm going to make a quick project, third-person project. It's going to be completely new. I'm just going to call it My Menu. While that's creating, I'm going to quickly show you what we have available here. So one of the first things I'm going to say is that the project is going to be updated so you can just simply add it to your project instead of creating a brand new project. So you don't have to actually migrate it over. Just one of the main things that's going to happen. The second thing will be that all the components that were originally in the character menu are now actually going to be, I forgot this a little bit. I'll fix it here real quick. But essentially it's going to be, I'll make sure that when the update's released, it has that saved as well. So click compile and save here. So the main thing is that there is a character child menu actor component that's added to the character, and this is the bulk of that. So instead of it being on the character itself, it's on this component, which makes it really easy to transfer over. So let's hop into it all. So I'm going to quickly migrate the assets over. I'm sure that's going to work that way. A second. So, okay. There we go. I'm in your content. Okay, well, that's fine. So, anyways, let's go to the new project. See? There we have the radio menu. Now, the things I'm going to open, I'm going to go to the radio menu blueprints, open up the first character. I'm going to open up the character child menu, and I'm also going to open up the actor that I want to push this over onto, transfer everything over to. So, the first character, I'm just going to use most of it as a reference. The main bit that you're going to need, the first thing you need to do is go to the character that you want to work on. In my case, it's the third-person character. I'm going to quickly rename it. I'm just going to call it my transfer. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to do is click on Add Component and type in, there it is, Character Child Menu. I'll save that real quick. Now we go to First Person Character, and the main portion we'll need this is the easiest portion right here. We're going to copy and paste all of this. Now, keep in mind, if there's anything in here that you're not going to use, feel free to delete it or exclude it or whatever. But for the sake of ease, I'm just going to paste it and move it over there. I'm not going to use the touch input, so I'm going to delete this. Now, a couple things that we'll need to do is put in a few conditions for so that they don't occur when you are when you have the menu open. because this selection here opens and closes the menus. If you want to have the toggle, you can. Everything, all of the information for the menus themselves will be inside the character child menu. If you want the menu to toggle open and close, you have to click it open, click it close. That's there. If you want to have the player hold it in order to keep it open, that'll be there as well. So all of that information is in the character child menu. Now back over here, between my transfer and my character, I'm going to swap these around so I can switch between them easily. We're going to need to establish a few checks. So the main thing we'll need, really, what this does here, the menu check, is it receives the axis value for when you're turning or looking around, etc. And if the character has the menu open, that's what this condition is about. If the menu is open, I'll show you real quick. If the pie menu is open, you return 0. If the pie menu is open and this number does not equal 0, then you return 0. If it's not open, then you return whatever the original value was. That's all it does. Now, oops. So this part here, you could probably skip some of it if, let's see. Essentially, all of these highlighted items will not be necessary if you're not using the gamepad. If you're using both mouse and gamepad, it will not be necessary. This is the mouse input. So if you're using both mouse and gamepad, you do need this. If you're not using them both, then you will not need it. But this check will help for, if you look here, I have it for movement as well. I'm moving with the stick. And the left mouse button, which in the original project was to fire, it's no longer firing, but so the left mouse button, it has a multi-purpose based on whether the pie menu is open or not. So you're gonna have to figure a lot of that stuff out yourself. But I'm just gonna do a quick thing there. Just copy that. Let's see. I need the mouse input, which is right here. Over there, switch it open. Separate the components before I paste everything. It's pretty quick and easy. You plug the add controller yaw input at the end, you plug the menu check into the beginning, the axis value goes into the mouse value in for the menu check, and the mouse value out goes into the value for the add controller yaw input. And same thing for these two. So that goes in there, that goes in there, this goes out to here, that goes out there. And by the way, this variable, the reason the copy paste works so easily is because we already put the character child menu. So it's a component that it already recognizes. So the copying pasting is extremely easy as a result. And I feel like something's missing. Oh, the false. You just plug in the false there, like that. So now you do that if you're going to use the gamepad as well, then you'll need to do it for the gamepad as well. It's pretty easy. It's not that big of a deal, I don't think. So, I mean, here's the copy paste. Check this into there, this into there, this out over there, this over here. Oops. That over there. Then we do the same thing over here. And just that easily, I was able to make it so the movement or the controller input and the mouse input have been altered for the sake of this. Now, this here. Actually, no, wait, I messed up. This doesn't need to be there, the use controller, because that's when you're using the controller. So you just need the menu check for the controller. So that would simply mean that we would not need those components. So my apologies, I slipped my mind right there. We don't need these two. Well, we don't need that one, the Boolean. Okay. So in here, we don't need this branch, we don't need that or that. What we'll need is this into there. This value in there, this value out there. This is for the keyboard movement. And then that's it. Oh, and the jumping. You don't want to be able to jump if the menu's open. That would be a little odd. So this is a simple if. And from here we can just copy these two right here. Paste it. Oh, no. This one needs to be removed from the movement input. What we need from here is oops. We need to find out if the pie menu is open. If it's true, you do it. If not, you don't do anything. If you want, you could also do one here. Just so you're not setting a command to stop jumping when you're not jumping to begin with. And just like that, the controls are set. Okay, so the next step, see, just like that, it's been just a couple minutes and already I was just simply able to go in, make the changes to the character that I needed to do so that the controls were whatever they needed to be. Now again, roulette selection, there's a gamepad options, the mouse option, the keyboard option. You can customize this all as much as you want. Now, I'm going to go into the radio menu and blueprints. What we're going to have to do next is take this Pi System default and open it up. Open the full blueprint editor, because this is what essentially is going to be the menu that you first open. This default menu variable here is set to Pi System default. So, see, we have 4 elements. We could just delete them all. And the menu system redirects just about 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces down from menu names. So it's the fifth one. Just to delete all of those components as well. And see here, we can just whole size, do all sorts of this stuff. This is where all the customization is. But once we do this, clear out the menu names and the menu system redirect, we can compile and save. Once that's done, we can take all of these other menu items and I have one of the items duplicated on here, but it won't be for the update. But once the Pi System default has been cleared, you take all of these items, all these extra items, you can just delete them. There's no more references to them. So with all that said and done, the Pie Menu Master, you don't really want to change unless you want to change the entire system. But okay, so we go back to the Pi System default, and let's say I want to make a menu, because this is the third person blueprint. I'm going to hit play. I can look around. I can run around, as it should be. But what we've got to do is add elements here. So for the names. So let's say I'm going to change, let's say, the color of the character. I'm going to change the, what else can we change? Let's say size. And let's have a third option. Let's see. Oh wait, I have an idea. Avatar color, emblem color, and size. Let's do that. So we can't do the redirects yet because all we have is the Pi System default menu master. That's it. That is all we have. So what we have to do is make a child menu. So we right-click the Pi Menu Master, not the System default, but the master, and we create a child blueprint class. Now this I'm going to call av color. Okay, for the menu system parent, this is, we want to set this to system default. This way, if you go into a menu, say you're using the gamepad, you go into the menu, and then you press the designated button to go back on the gamepad. So for me, I have it set as the right face button. Cancel that real quick. So that would be B on the Xbox controller and circle on the PlayStation controller. So if you press that designated key, it'll go back to this menu. It'll close this menu out and go back to this one. So that's why we want to set that, because you want to be able to go back to a previous menu. You want the player to be able to do that if they made a mistake, chose the wrong menu. So we don't really need any of those elements. We get the class defaults open again. Oh, one quick thing. I'm going to go to Pi System Default. And I'm going to scroll down, because this is where all the customization is. So top text for the Boolean. I'm going to check that. And then I'm going to go to, let's see, where is it? Menu top text. I'm going to add the element, just one element. I'm going to call it character. Character data. Compile and save. Now when I press Q, there it is. See, so we have the avatar color, the size, and the emblem color. But I did not see the top text. But that's something that I'll have to work out before I submit this update. Obviously, there's a couple things that need to be resubmitted, but I'll make sure that it's working properly afterwards. I apologize any sound you may hear in the background. So anyways, we'll get right back to it. So the Pi menu av color, the menu names, you decide how many elements. I'm going to put 5. So let's say white, black, red, green, and blue. Those are the menu names. Now we need to choose. I'm going to go down to use text color and use text color all. I'm going to use this nifty little trick so that I can go to menu color all Oh no, not menu color all. It'll be name text color all. First element, I'm going to have it be white. Enable the, I'm going to make sure that it's not transparent. Again, excuse me for the noise. I'm going to add a few more colors. So this one's already on black, but needs the alpha on. So white, black, red, turn on the alpha, green, turn on the alpha, blue, turn on the alpha. So now that I have all of that done, what's going to end up happening is, Pie menu add color, I can go to system default. Now, since element 0 for the menu names is avatar color, the redirect for 0 is going to have to match it, av color. Compile and save. Hit play. I can look around, I can run. When the menu's open, I can't look around, I can't run. So when I click on avatar color, no. That's right. That's one thing I forgot. My transfer, here we go. The left mouse button's what I want to use to activate the event. So let's see. I'm going to need a copy of the character child menu. I mean, I know I could just. Okay, so from here I go to. No, I have to choose. Get my pie menu, which is this variable is the HUD. From here I choose selection made. So whenever I press the left mouse button, it will choose selection made, which is the HUD variable inside of the character child menu actor component. So this way, now that I actually have that plugged in, oops, that was odd. Avatar color, there it is. I wonder how I did that. Give me a quick second. That is very odd. I've never seen that happen before, so I do apologize. Oh, I know what's going on, because I'm clicking into the window. We need this to only happen if the pie menu is open. Otherwise, we don't want that to happen. So, there we go. What's your color? Now, if you notice, everything is in the color that it was intended to be in. White is white, black is black, etc. It is really that easy just to have that in place. Now, all things said and done, how do we get it to actually change the color of the avatar? That's a quick, simple thing. We'll need to actually be able to access the material. Because in the material, by default, the body color is already predefined. So I'm just going to set it to white, like it was white all along. Oops. So there's the body color. Now, I'm going to copy the parameter name, body color. This will just take a second. So excuse me for that. Okay, so now that I copied body color for the parameter name, I'm going to go into transfer. On construction, I'm going to create dynamic material instance. So let me see. Now, there we go, for the mesh. I know. It would have been the same thing if I had just dragged out the mesh and plugged it in, but here we go. So here we're going to get the material for the mesh. Let's see. Let's see if I can do a little trick here. Oh. I'm just going to make it an integer. So, and for this one, it'll be 0. Highlight everything except the construction script, copy it over, paste it over here. And there's a reason I'm doing this twice. I'll explain it here in a second. So this will grab the value 0 there, and we want this one to be 1. Because if you look at the character here, element 0 is the body, element 1 is the emblem, the chest logo. So, going to return this value, I'm just going to call it, oops, I have to promote this to a variable first. Then I can call it whatever I want, my av color. Let's go in between there. Same thing with this one. Promote to variable. We're going to call it my emblem color. And there we have it. Easy peasy. Now, how do we get this to work with the color menu? Well, you want to go into the Av color menu, and you'll type in execute, and you'll want to put in execute by menu item from the add event, not the call function, add event. Now, the owner will trace back to the character child menu actor component. So we're going to stretch this out. Oh, I'm sorry. So we drag it out, we put get owner, and then we drag out that to cast to my transfer, which is right there. I like the pure cast, that's just me. Once we get this, we can set that particular color. So I can put in get my av color, drag this out, and type in parameter. Now we're going to set the vector parameter value. Remember when we copied the body color earlier? Oops, it's not going to work like that. I'm going to have to go in and copy it again. Body color, copy, and paste. We plug this into there, and the value, we're going to get that in a second. This is the index, so we pull that out. Then we're going to use do you remember what the variable was for the colors? Name text color all. We're just going to use that same thing. So we're going to do this and type in get for an array. Name text color all. We plug this into there. And as simple as that, when we hit play, for white to begin with, we press Q, go to avatar color, choose black or black. Only problem right now that you can see is that the menu isn't closing. And that is problematic, unfortunately. So, good thing is that it's a quick fix. So after you do this, you just drag it out and type in close. We're going to call the function close character menu. The second target will be the PyMenu item. Compile, save. Now, what this does is that the moment you select whatever the item is, the menu will close. So no matter what color you choose, the moment you make your selection, the menu closes. It's really nifty. All right. So that's one menu item done. And to save some time, I'm going to go into menu av color. I'm going to duplicate it. PyMenu emblem color. Now the only thing we really need to change from here is this variable right here. Because we don't want to set it to my av color, we want it to be the same thing. So we want it to be my emblem color. Now, it's pretty much exactly the same. Class defaults, it's already done. I'm just using those exact same colors. So, one thing I'll have to do now is go to the PySystem default. Now, emblem colors is element number 1. So you put it in there, compile, save. Av color, I'm gonna go red. Emblem color, I'm gonna go green. That looks snazzy. That looks a little Christmassy. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and change anything to whatever color I wanted, and it'd be perfectly all right. I think that's pretty nifty. And that was very easy to do. So items with the same type of arrays, items that work very, very similar. Both of these change a parameter in the materials element for the character. They both use the same range of color. So it was just a matter of, it was just a simple matter of making that duplication because of that. Now comes the last one. The last one is size. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to right-click the PyMenu master, create a child blueprint, and call this av size. Open it up. We set the parent, the menu elements. So let's say 0.5%, 0.75. Oopsie. These are the names. These are what the player sees. We want this all to be in a format they can understand. So 50%, 75%, 100%, 125%. Let's add one more for. Let's make it more interesting. What I'm going to do is make it 50. No, I'll keep it this way. 150. And for fun, 300. A little bit of a jump. Just for fun. So 6 elements right there. Now, obviously there's no array of variables for that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get rid of all this extra stuff. We're going to create a variable. I'm going to call it sizes. I'm going to make it a float and then an array by checking the array box. So compile, save real quick. Now we can define it. So 0.5, 0.75, 1, 1.25, 1.5, and 3. There are the elements. So, again, execute. I want to choose the add event execute pie menu item. We don't want to drag that one out. We want to drag out the owner, get the component owner, actually, let's see if there's something for size here. Set there we go. Set the actor's world scale, world 3D scale. So here we want to make a vector. We drag out sizes, get, drag out the index, we type in get, we want the array get, plug in sizes into the array get, and we can drag this into all 3 slots, like so. So let's try that out. Size, oh, we forgot to add it into the system default. So we go to size, there's all the elements, so let's make him 50%. Oh, can you tell what happened? We forgot to close the menu again. That's okay. But the good thing about what we're doing is we didn't have to record the original size. See, it just works 100, 200, 125, and the ridiculously 300. So let's quickly go in and set it so the menu closes. Plug in the second target, compile and save, play again. Size, I'm going to go back to 300 because that's fun. Whoa. That's big. Now if you notice, there's something a bit funny here. It looks like he's moving really fast, or he's moving really slow for his leg speed. So how about we adjust that? Let's make it so that let's see. The construction, let's make a variable for original speed. It's going to be a float. Now we can set it. Plug that in there. We're going to need a character movement. Get max walk speed. Plug that in right there. Compile and save. You know what I'm going to do. Go to Pie menu, app size. Now this, because it's a specific variable, we will definitely need to cast. So, cast my transfer. Convert to a pure cast. Check this out. We're going to need original speed. But that's not where it's going to be a get because we're not changing the original speed. So, with this, we're going to need to get the movement component. Character movement, it's called. Oops. So we get the character movement. Once we have that, set max walk speed. Plug it in after the sizes change before the close character menu. Now, what I'm going to do here is whatever this number is, we're going to multiply it. Float times float times the original speed. Then plug that in. Compile, save. So now, size. Let's see. Let me show you the original walk speed first so you can sort of have a handle of it. Now I change the size. Let's change it to small. I move. It still looks natural because he's 50% his size, so he's moving at 50% the speed. Change it again to 150. It looks natural. It looks like it's natural movement. Now if I change it to 300, it looks like he's moving appropriately. Changing it back to his original size, he still looks good. So, there you have it. One thing I'm noticing is that, aha, he wouldn't jump. Well, that's no biggie. I know what I did wrong. Where it says jump, let's see. Here we go. We have it checking for Pie menu is open. We have to make sure that it's not, that Pie menu is not open. So yeah, there you have it. Avatar color, set it to blue. Emblem color, I'll set it to red. Size, I'll make them itty bitty. And all of that in just a matter of minutes. Very quick, very simple, very painless. So I hope that you've enjoyed this demonstration and that it is most certainly something that would be able to help you in your project. Now, this Pie menu is very sophisticated, and it's meant to, it's not meant to work as a HUD. It's not meant to do anything. It's if you have something where there are tons of multiple choices, that's when you'll need this menu. So I'm going to bring up a couple of games as an example. Let's say Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You have the menu with all the guns in it. When you go to buy guns, when you go to buy the weapon, all of that, when the round starts and you go to buy your equipment, if you're doing something like that, this is the menu for you. Or say you're let's say in Dragon Age, where they have all the dialogue that comes up and all the choices that you have to make. Be it actions or what you say or what have you. If that's the case, then this system is for you. Because I've been getting a lot of questions about whether the system would be right for people who are just trying to make a simple HUD interface. If you want a simple HUD interface, this system is not for you. This is for, I need a pie menu. I need lots of pie menus. I want to do as little work as possible. So hopefully that will help answer some of your questions. Any questions you may have, feel free to put it in the comments below. Hit like, subscribe if you like what you've seen here, so you can keep updated on all future updates and future projects. So, all right. And that concludes this video.